You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and the third annual Waco Small Biz Summer Expo is coming up July 1st from 12 to 4 p.m. at 1001 North 18th Street, presented by the Queens and Public Affair alumni, Christina Martinez and Vera Castillo. Listen, there's going to be DJs, face painting, food trucks, and so much more. If you're interested in becoming a vendor, just slide in their DMs on their Facebook page at Waco Small Biz Summer Expo. I'll be co-hosting too, so I'll see you guys there.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Before we continue, I have to, I'm just gonna, the elephant in the room, yes, I've had about 4 mimosas before we started. I was waiting on my guest, she was fabulously late, all right? And just by a few minutes, she wasn't too late, but you know, listen, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give you guys all a shout out for all the love and support that you guys continue to show The Public Affair after all these years. We're almost 3 years into this, and I'm so grateful for all the love and support that you guys continue to show the show. Of course, Mike and Mason are out there producing this episode of The Public Affair with Rogue Media Network, so thank you guys again so much. I truly appreciate you. Now, before we continue with my very luscious guest of The Public Affair, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode. This episode is brought to us, I'm wearing the shirt today, Mr. David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He's the #1 sales agent in his office. Listen, if you're in the market for a new home and you need your home purchase or whatever, or a new one, David Santabanez has got you with Alinea Real Estate. He remains the #1 sales agent in his office. He'll help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. He's gonna put me in my dream chateau one day. I know he is. I've worked with him on 2 separate occasions, and it was the most pleasurable experience I've ever had. Pause. David, thank you so much for all you do for me in The Public Affair. Of course, the Arturo's Frame, where Arturo y Eva Cruz, they do wood framing for houses and all remodeling. Listen, sometimes you want a brand new house built from the ground up, and you don't want to be moving into somebody else's house, right? They can assist you with that as well. Arturo's Frame does it all. Hablan inglés y español. Call the number on the screen for a free in-town consultation or follow on Facebook at Arturo's Frame. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Waco fencing and stuff with my boy Juan Morales. Now listen, Juan's building privacy fences and chain link fences. That's right, perfect for all that extra at-home privacy, so that way you can walk around however you want to. Ew, you gotta go outside all clothed, right? Get the fence and you walk around how you want to, all right? He also does demolitions, build wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous flower beds. Contact him with the number on the screen for a consultation to my boy Juan Morales. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my girl Sonia Childers with Sonia's Event Planning and Rentals. She's an event planner that specializes, I'm talking about weddings, quinceañeras, baby showers, corporate events, and so much more. Now, y'all know Sonia be booked and busy, all right? She's appointments only. But you could take the stress of planning your events off your shoulders by reaching out to her for a consultation at shoulders1994 at yahoo.com or call the number on the screen to Sonia's Event Planning and Rentals. She is listen, I think she just got named like best event planner in some Waco magazine. Congratulations to her because she's doing the damn thing and she deserves it. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the JB Auto Detailing with Joseph Blancas, who provides mobile detailing for all of Waco and the surrounding area. Ew, it's hot outside. Like, I just got back from outside. It's mad hot. I'm not trying to wash no cars, right? Why don't you let him come to you, promising 100% satisfaction guaranteed, leaving your vehicle looking brand new, spanking new, and fresh, right? And then you do some side piece things in the car, and he cleans that up as well. Pricing is such at jbautodetailing.net. Call the number on the screen to book, and follow on Facebook at JB Auto Detailing to my boy Joseph Blancas. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. All right, guys, so like I said, I have been super excited. Like most of my other guests, I've been super excited when they finally agreed to just come on the show, right? Because I'm scared that people are scared of The Public Affair now. I don't know why. It's like a guilty pleasure to people. People like watch it under the sheets. I've had men tell me they don't watch it when their wives are around. It's the hottest thing in the world. And she's here just donning the gorgeous red blouse, the legs, the heels, donning, and she's looking as gorgeous gorgeous as she does all over Instagram. She's a content creator. She's a social media influencer. But most of all, she's a queen. I'm so excited to welcome my very special guest, Mrs. Vicki Rodriguez, here on The Public Affair. How you doing, Vicki?
Hey, I am doing good.
You are just looking luscious. I thought, you know how they say like people take pictures and the filters, you're the filters. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Now you're super petite.
Yes, I am. And I get that
you?
a lot.
Yes.
Like, I am only 4'11".
Oh, okay.
And I've always been like this all my
Girl,
life.
I felt like when I hugged you, I was gonna fucking crush you. Like I barely put my arms around her. I was like, ooh. But this is our first time meeting in person,
Yes.
and I'm really glad. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're booked and busy.
Yes.
I know the son had a McDonald's commercial he had to be at.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. How was that? What was that?
It was something, just experience was so different. I mean, it was long. We stayed there for like 8 hours.
Oh, hell no.
It's crazy because he did a McDonald's commercial, but they're collaborating with Marvel, or is it Marvel? Yeah, Marvel.
Marvel. Oh,
they
the
have a
superheroes.
Captain America, I guess, movie coming up in 2024.
Okay.
So they're getting all their commercials ready.
Oh yeah.
So
gotcha.
8 hours for probably just a 13-second commercial.
They don't understand how much work is put into stuff.
It's a lot.
Girl, I just did a PSA before this. That's probably like 30 seconds at best, and we did like 4 takes.
Yeah.
We were in here about 10 minutes. Like, I fucked that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, do this part again. Okay, take this part, put this part. Like, there's a lot of people don't realize that there's stuff that goes into that, right?
And I understand too.
Yeah.
I do, of course, YouTube too. So
it's
like you have like an hour video, you got to cut it short to like 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard work,
It's hard.
but just seeing it from as a parent and background, and seeing all the producers do their thing and everything. It was pretty amazing. I was like, it's hard work.
It really takes a village, though, doesn't it?
Yes,
Thank God for Rogue Media Network. No,
Yeah.
because they edit all my shit. Like, they
see?
send me the invoice and I'll be all right. Okay?
Yeah, no, I understand, and
It's
that's
crazy.
it's a big thing, and kudos to them because. Like, again, it's hard work.
It's hard. There's a lot. There's a lot of things that people don't realize that go on behind the scenes. Like we've put out episodes, they're out there, with audio issues, visual issues, and it's all trial and error, and we have to learn from that. And then the saying, the show must go on.
Oh, yes,
you know what I mean? And so you have to put it out. But listen, we've come so far. I mean, like I said, 3 years with The Public Affair, and now I got queens like you coming on the show. With your 64,000 Instagram followers. Bitch, I barely got 1,000. What you talking about? I think I owe everybody $64,000. No, well, listen. Okay, so I met you through social media. Your name was being put out there quite often. You were just featured in the Wake Cohen magazine as something. Who cares? Because you're the only article I read. It's true. I was on the Wake Cohen one time, and they picked the fucking fattest picture of me.
Hey, it's funny you say that because I feel like I look fat. I feel
what?
like I look fat, and you look at me now, you're like, I mean.
Unless you lost 100 pounds
in like 1 month, right?
Okay, unless you lost 100 pounds, and you're probably like doing some shit you have no business to. Showbiz. Okay.
It's just crazy. I was like, when I saw my picture, I was like,
yeah. I don't know. Maybe
I wish I could have seen the photo before they post. But it is what it is. No, I'm not saying anything about it. Photography is photography.
Yes.
But photography adds pounds to you, just like camera does too.
It does.
So you know what I mean. It
Yes,
is
it
what
does.
it is, and I'm just excited that I was on there, and people get to read my story
For
and all that.
I was featured on the Wake Cohen too,
uh-huh.
and that picture
That's
did not
amazing.
look like Porky Pig when they showed it to me on the camera. When that shit came out, I was mortified, and then everybody shared it because they were so excited for me.
But it's exciting, and I love, and that's the thing though. Everybody was sharing it too, and it's like I love it. You know what I mean? That support, no matter how you look. They're always going to support you.
They
know
fuck
what
with
I mean?
you, but as long as you're nice to people.
Oh, yes.
I've learned that. You have to be nice to people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Listen, I've been in this business a long time, and some bitches out there.
Oh, yeah.
Now they anyway. Okay, so
I know what you mean.
So listen, we're drinking up the mimosas. I told Vicki, my girl, I had about 7 mimosas before you got here. Okay, I have a brunch meeting after this. I'm gonna be calling my boy Marl to come pick me up because I had to go take his wallet to the HOT soccer field since I sponsored. Anyway, so can you tell us? There's people who might be watching. Who are not one of the 64,000 followers on your Instagram. Can you just explain to us a little bit about who you are, your life growing up and stuff, please?
Yes. Okay. So and put my drink down before I spill it.
Or you could just keep it with you. The more you drink, the better the story gets.
So I was born and raised in Waco, Texas. I grew up in South Waco.
Ooh, I love me a South Waco man. I do. I love me some South Waco men. They're so bad.
Yeah, they're so bad. So grew up in South Waco. Went to university. I went to Bells Hills, University Middle, University High. Of course, University Middle is gone.
Yeah.
But and the old University High is gone.
Yeah.
But that's.
Can I ask your age? You look so great.
Yeah. Well, I'm 35. I'll be 36 this coming up month.
What day?
June 14th.
Oh, July 3rd for me.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So
no, well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Happy
look
birthday
amazing.
to you,
I'll be
too.
32. So yeah, okay. Okay, so University, South Waco. How was your life growing up in South Waco?
It was good. It's just ordinary, regular girl, just growing up in high school, and was never into sports or anything.
Really?
Honestly, I was that girl. Just that girl.
Yeah.
Just.
Were you just to yourself, or would you say you were most popular? Okay.
No, I've always been to myself, and a lot of people. Of course, I had people that knew me. They said hi to me.
Yeah.
But I've always been more of a quiet girl.
Okay.
I've always dealt with anxiety.
Yeah.
I've always had anxiety issues, and ever since I was young, I think that's why it was hard for me to make friends and stuff like that. But because of that, I kept it to myself. I only had one friend that I met in middle school, and her name is Stephanie, and I'm still friends with her even till now.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, people probably remember me as that girl that was, I don't know. Let me tell. To be honest with you, I was very judged a lot.
Really?
I was pointed as the stuck-up girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like as quiet as you say that you are, I mean you're obviously very gorgeous, right? And then so the misconception by a lot of people will be that she's a stuck-up. Like I didn't expect you to message me back. You know what I mean?
And that was people used to assume that was the person that I have always been.
Were you bullied?
I guess you can say yeah. I was bullied, and not because I was an ugly girl, but because I was a pretty girl.
And you weren't sleeping with everybody's boyfriends, though.
Exactly.
I mean,
no,
you were just
I was
pretty.
always to myself, so you can say I was bullied for being a cute girl.
You know what's cute? I used to get that I wasn't ever hardcore bully for being gay, because if you can't tell I'm gay. But but obviously like when you're kids they make fun of you.
Oh, yeah.
But it's so cute that the ones that were making fun of me when I was gay, like I just had one of my friends, somebody I grew up with from New York, slide in my DMs. I was like, bitch, you used to talk shit to me. And I'm in Texas now. I can't just go to your house. And when I go up there, maybe I'll hit you up. But it's wild.
Maybe.
But as kids we're stupid and we don't.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And it's true. And now that I'm older, and of course I try to teach these things to my kids.
Yeah.
And be that mom to always protect my kids. But because of the fact that I was that girl that used to be judged a lot, and of course girls used to try to find me because I didn't talk to them. It was ridiculous. Like I hated high school. I hated high school because of that, and because of everything that I kind of went through. My anxiety got worse, and I dissocialized so much from just the world a lot.
Yeah.
Like how do you say it? I kind of stopped doing a lot once I got out of high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I disappeared. Like I was doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Of course, I had a baby at that time and everything, and I started.
Did you have a baby in high school?
No, I had a baby right after I graduated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like you walked the stage pregnant?
No, not even that.
Oh,
not even that.
okay. Yeah.
No, I just got pregnant right after I graduated. Like whenever I was done with school, I got with somebody, and
there you go.
I
graduation.
Yeah.
You are married though, correct?
I am married. Yes.
Listen, no homo to your husband.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, but your husband's fine.
I get that a lot.
I was showing Mike because Mike was looking at your Instagram and he was like, "Oh wow, yeah, she's really good." I was like, "Look at the fucking husband." I don't want him in my DMs trying to whoop my ass. Okay, I'm not gonna slide in his DMs out of respect for you. Like I need these bitches to know. Like, but I'm just saying, like if you guys ever break up and he needs some time,
okay,
so, you know what I mean? How long have you been married?
I've been married to him for going on 11 years.
Oh, okay. Was he the one that you were with? Oh, yeah.
So whenever I got pregnant with, right after, of course, high school, that was my ex.
That's your ex's
ex.
Okay.
So I had a baby with my ex.
Okay.
And my family, we have a blended family.
Okay, so it's yours and ours.
Yes,
gotcha.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I met my husband, that was like after I had broken up with my ex, and he had a daughter. He had a
Yeah.
2-year-old daughter, and I
Yeah.
had my 2-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay.
And we just got.
So you guys have been together ever since.
Ever
and they're all
since
sisters,
then.
and then you have your own.
And then we had 2 boys together.
Okay, so daughter, 2 boys together.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and so you know, I'm into. I mean, obviously, you had the daughter at a very early age, and so what was the family dynamic like for you growing up in South Waco? You know, I have a lot of guests from this show that just happen to be from South Waco, to the point where somebody asked me, "Do I only invite people from South Waco?" I was like, "No, I just sleep with all of them." But, but no. On a serious note, you know, everybody has had different experiences where some have had rough upbringings, some people have had easier upbringings. What was the upbringing like for you and your family?
My parents tried the best they could to give
Yeah.
us the best they could give us. I'm
Okay.
a first generation Mexican American. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like, I am a Chicana,
Yeah.
and I am a big supporter of the Latino community.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's one thing that I always, you know what I mean? I'm always like,
For
keep
sure.
on going when
Yeah.
I see someone, you know, accomplishing something,
Yeah.
and they're from, you know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
like us. I mean, I'm not sure. Are you?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
But it's
I'm
the
Puerto-
same, you
yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you put, and it's kind of like, you know, we see, you know, our kind like keep
Yeah.
on doing good things, and it's
Yeah.
like you push them. You're like, hey, good job.
For
you know?
sure, for sure.
And so it's just one of those that they did the best they could
Yeah.
raising me.
They didn't have
I
all
wasn't the
answers either.
richest,
Yeah.
you know, but because of that, I've always pushed myself to become,
Right.
you know, more. I'm not trying to be the richest girl in the world,
No,
and
no.
I'm not trying to, but I encourage my kids to become somebody.
For sure. Well, I think
Yeah.
I relate to you a lot about that because me and my parents had a really rough relationship growing up too, and now that I realize that they were just kids raising kids.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so think about if you would have had 1 or 2 kids that, well, I mean, I have 0 kids. I'm fucking 32 years old. You know what I mean? But I can't imagine when I was 20 years old having to raise a set of twins. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
yes,
so they didn't
yes.
have all the answers. And there was things that I even wish that my parents would have did different. You know what I mean? But now me and my dad are like best friends.
Yeah,
He's proud because
and
his
it's
favorite
amazing.
son is in jail.
And they don't have a
being
choice.
and then the gay son ended up being that bitch. Right?
yeah, there
And
you
all
go.
his
There
coworkers
you
watch
go.
me, and if any of them want to slide in my DMs, they
Yeah,
can.
and he hears about you all the time.
He
like, your son
does.
did this. He's
It's-
like, yep,
it's
that's
the-
my kid.
It's the yeah, now I'm your fucking kid. No. Okay, but no. So not that there was no toxic relationship or anything like that. They were just probably doing the best they can. I mean,
Oh,
so they
yes.
immigrated from Mexico.
Yes.
I always enjoy those stories.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always do enjoy those stories. And I know that that's a very controversial subject, but, you know, I wasn't exposed to that until I moved to Texas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Salvadorian immigrants and stuff like that, but it
Yep.
was nothing. Like, maybe I'm speaking out of context, so forgive me if I am, but it was nothing compared to when I moved to Texas and that situation that was going on with, like, the immigration in Mexico. 'Cause Mexico's, like, right there.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And, you know, like our, like, you know, Hispanic community
Yeah.
and everybody, we're just considered, like, I don't know, they always label us as the poor people or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
I
And
don't know,
just
I feel like-
because, you know what I mean?
I feel like
It's-
I'm that bitch, though. Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing though. It's like,
I feel like I'm that
I
bitch.
try to motivate
Mm-hmm.
the young community, like the girl, you know, the young girls
Yes,
to,
yes.
you know, you can become anybody who you want to be. You know what I mean? Don't
Definitely.
ever let nobody label you.
Yeah.
You know, be who you want to be.
I agree with you 100%. And,
know?
you know, us as social media influencers and, you know, we're on the internet, we're on camera all the fucking time. We don't, like, realize how much of a stamp we put on the kids' lives.
Yep.
Like, girl,
Yep.
doing the public affair, this is an adult show. Then I did career day for some elementary school, Cedar Ridge Elementary, shout out to them. And not all the kids said that I was their favorite.
No.
But I couldn't tell
Hey, they
them.
said that to me too.
No, but I can't. No,
I'm just
but they
saying.
wanted. But you know what's no? Because I went to a soccer game afterwards. 'Cause I
Yeah.
sponsor the soccer team, and the little kid came and was, oh my god! And the mom was like, "You like really made an impact at
That's
that school."
awesome.
But I can't share the link to the show because I'm talking
Of
about like
course. Yeah,
fucking
yeah, I
sucking
know
dick
what
and
you
shit.
mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah.
yeah, I don't
It's
want
funny,
to.
uh-huh.
You can watch the one with Adasa. Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
That is funny. But it's
Yeah.
funny because I was also invited to
Yeah.
which one did you went to?
I went to Cedar Ridge.
Okay, and I
Yes.
got invited to. I even forgot the school. I think Parkdale.
Parkdale. Okay.
That the one over there by
I don't know my elementary
Bag
schools.
B.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
There you go. But I got invited too, and
Yeah.
and the kids are so cute.
They are cute.
You know, they're like, oh, you know, YouTube, and then you hear some little kid talk about, YouTube sucks, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I did my career day, I had I had
funny.
Adasa, who plays the voice of Dolores on Encanto on this show.
Yes.
And so it's a family-friendly episode.
Yeah.
So I had that one playing in the background, and as soon as they saw me on the iPad, they were like, "Wait a minute, you're famous," you know what I mean? And they all wanted little interviews. Girl, I spent fucking 3 hours doing
Oh my God.
5-minute interviews. I
That
was
is
tired.
so cute. Yeah.
Let's talk about your early career. So obviously you are all over the gram. You're all over social media. I want to talk a little bit about your early career, gaining traction and popularity. How did that all start for you? I mean, because now you're doing you're doing ads for different brands. I've seen White Castles. I've seen all these different things. So how did that all start for you, Vicki?
So I started YouTube with my family, going on 4 years already. It's been a while.
And shout out to that blouse. It's really letting the girls hang out. And I really appreciate you doing that. No, I just compliment to the girls. I can do that because
Thank
I'm
you.
gay. Okay. And I told you your husband was hot. My viewers are going to want me to compliment the
There
girls.
you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Thank you.
But are those yours or just...
No, they're mine.
They're yours. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
they're
sometimes they're not yours. Okay, go ahead.
And that's funny because they're just they're just petite little.
Well, because she's so small, but then it's
and
like
they're probably like,
boobs.
okay, there you go. Well, that's good to know.
Listen, if I bought boobs, bitch, I wouldn't wear no shirt. Okay, them hoes would be like this the whole
All
thing.
day.
All day. 8,000 a pop, bitch. What? I'm going on the public affair like this. Okay. No, but compliments to the girls. Okay, but anyway, your career.
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
So YouTube started about
Okay.
4 years ago, and then how I started YouTube was giving families ideas of things to do, affordable things to do
okay.
with their kids, because I can say, of course, I have a big family,
Yeah.
4 kids, and then my husband has another son.
Okay.
So I have another stepson. He's already 19 years old.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I mean, I can of course have a big family.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
and as I was raising our daughters, it was hard for us. It was
Yeah.
hard because we had just got together, and then financially it wasn't the best.
Right,
but you know,
right.
we try to take them places still.
Yeah, for sure.
So YouTube started, and then I started making my Instagram page, and that's when kind of just started posting photos
Yeah.
and using hashtags is a big deal.
Yeah, it
also.
really is.
I tell people. Just use whatever.
I just
hashtags
feel
you
like
can think of.
hashtags are fucking annoying though. And I know that that's vital when posting on something like
Yes.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yes.
But I feel like that's the most tedious part. I need to
Yep.
just save hashtags
yeah.
and just copy paste, right?
and it's crazy because even though that sounds like a good idea, it's
Right.
not okay to do that.
Oh, really?
Yes, it
Okay.
kind of starts making it to where you're just using it the same one all the time.
Okay.
You kind of got to change it up
Okay.
so Instagram can like push your stuff. You know what I mean?
So she's giving us
So,
some homework because
Hey, I'm just
my
telling
biggest
y'all.
following is on Facebook, which I know a lot of people are
Yeah.
not on Facebook right
Yeah.
now, but that's where my Instagram I would say is my second. And girl, I just got on the TikTok train.
Yeah.
I just got on the TikTok train like 5 minutes ago. There you go. I'm late to the fucking party. All right. Yeah. Okay. So no, but I think that's a great idea. So you're posting affordable things to do with big
Yeah,
families.
big
Doesn't-
fam- and-
okay. If you can't go to fucking Disney, right?
Uh-huh.
You can go.
Yeah, go to places here and there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
places like, and I'm sure here, of course, in Waco, I go a lot of out of town. So I go
Okay.
to Dallas and Austin and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Find affordable things everywhere. You know, you just got to look for them.
For
you know?
sure.
So Instagram kind of started growing on me because of that. And then little by little, just brands started reaching out to me.
Really?
For the first year, I started doing more like gift collaborations where they give you stuff.
Okay.
You post.
Oh
well,
yeah. Aren't those the best?
and they kind of are.
I
but
get them from local businesses.
Hey,
but
right?
yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yes,
yeah,
yes. Don't
I
get me
do.
wrong. They are great,
It's the
you know.
best, yeah.
And then I started doing more paid collabs only.
Yeah.
Like now I only do paid collabs.
Oh yeah, well yeah, eventually you're gonna need that coin. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
kind of past
yeah.
the point of
'Cause
giving out
that's-
free shit.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Like I hate to
Well,
do that,
actually,
but yeah.
you get the gift and the money.
And the money. Okay.
So it's gone to where I'm there now. You know what I
but
mean?
wouldn't you agree that when you start off, you kind of have to?
Oh, yes.
You have to do it for free.
Yes, you do.
And a lot of people fuck up.
I agree.
Listen, when I did my first
Yep.
few ads for the public affair, I think they weren't even paying me like $10. You know, it wasn't
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of people that are content creators, business owners, you have to show people what you
Yes.
got. You can't just come up in the game talking about, okay, pay me $1,000 and I got you. But I don't know how you sound.
No, because you need to build your in my situation. I
Yeah.
need to build my portfolio.
Portfolio, yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those. Hey, I work with these people already.
Right.
You know, hey, you know, you
Once you
definitely
show-
want me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
And you kind of have to put yourself out there. And yes, you're right. in the beginning, you do gifts and all that. You can never think you're good enough to take something for free.
Right.
Never.
Absolutely
Because
not.
at the end of the day, you're only making yourself look like you're too good.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to deal with somebody like that. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
100%. I'm so happy that you said that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am. And these mimosas are hitting. Okay. No, but what was your first big endorsement?
Let me see. My first biggest, I can't even think,
Girl,
honestly.
She is booked and busy. She said, who's that person again?
I do something every week, and I'm doing something, and it's crazy because...
I can still tell you who my first advertiser was.
Tell me.
Francisco and Sons with Israel Salazar.
That's awesome.
He was my first ever advertiser on
Awesome.
the public affair. Yes.
I think mine was it was a clothing store that reached out to me.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? It's crazy because I didn't really have that many followers.
Really?
And they even paid me.
Oh, good.
And they paid me good money too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just telling y'all, anything can happen.
No, well,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
You never know.
It doesn't really even matter how many followers you have.
Right.
Just put yourself out there. You're like a brand.
Yes.
Advertise yourself.
But
You know what I mean?
and you do have to put yourself out there. And again, when we touch on the doing things for free in the beginning, I feel like a lot of people just fuck up when they first start because. Again, when I was doing advertising, they weren't paying me a damn thing. You know what I mean? And then when people saw what I can do, it was like, okay, now I have packages and stuff like that. But people just, when they start businesses and when they start entrepreneurship or even podcasters that I've seen, when they start, okay, well, I'll do your ads, but you got to pay me $1,000. Like, I don't know what you sound like. Your last video got 50 views, bitch. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? No, like
right.
honestly, yeah.
You're right.
No,
I agree.
And I'm happy that you said that because I mean, it's obviously worked for you. You know, so some clothing brand. Do you ever feel like though, because you are very gorgeous, right? We got the heels, we got the legs, bitch. We got the titties. No disrespect. You're everything.
Thank you.
Do you ever feel like you were objectified or harassed?
There's a lot of brands that reached out to me for intimate clothes. And,
like OnlyFans and stuff, or just like
no,
lingerie?
more like lingerie. And,
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, I don't know, because I have my nephews and nieces who follow me, and it's not so much really my nieces, my nephews. I'm like, I don't need them looking at me with my thong on
with
or my
bras,
kids.
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, well, you know what? I have 2 teenager girls, and they don't care. They're always like, "Mama, do what you do."
Well,
you know what I mean? Like they're big supporters.
Yes.
But my nephews, like, I don't need them looking at me. The scene Auntie Vicky. You know what I mean?
But do you feel like you're missing out though? Like, I mean, because it is your job.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
At this point, I still haven't felt like that.
Right.
Because I know that I have it to do so much more.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything against the girls that do it.
Right.
If they gotta do that, do your thing.
Do your thing.
But it's just not for me.
It's just not for you.
Like, not for me. Like, I'll do a bathing suit here and there maybe in the future. But, like, it hasn't really hit me to be like, I need to do it.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I've had 3 OnlyFans models on this show. My biggest was Isabel. And they give that girl so much. Like, let me tell you something. If I had titties like that and a body like that, bitch, I'd be selling my fucking body on social media for $15 a month.
And
too.
hey,
Yes, I would. And I don't have to get up for work. All I gotta do is spread my legs on camera.
Right.
Bitch, yes, I am.
And I don't blame them.
Okay?
Yeah, I don't blame
Don't act
them.
like you wouldn't do the same. If somebody
Yep.
was gonna pay me a monthly membership for me to fucking spread my legs on camera, I would do it.
If that's all
She's
I
not
gotta
getting
do,
smashed on camera.
there you go.
Because I followed her OnlyFans when she was on the show.
Yeah.
I hate that she gets so much pushback. I do.
And I understand.
Yeah.
Like, people are always gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
honey.
I'm not the type to be judging people like that. Hey, they do what they do to support themselves, support their family. That's
it.
their business. You know what I mean?
In
like,
a minute, when I sit down and take a fucking piss, a bitch is gonna have an issue with it. So I don't even
Exactly.
fucking care no more.
And that's how. Hey, and the way I
Yeah.
see it is. People probably look at me and they be like, she ain't all that. I don't see why she's getting all this. But you know what I mean?
sure.
At the end of the day, there's always somebody who's going to say something about you.
Yeah.
And I'm not the type to give a rat's ass about what anybody has to
There
say
she
about
goes.
me.
She's getting on loosey-goosey. Yes.
I am who I am. And
You've been through enough in life.
Exactly.
I tell it to one of my best friends. You know, he was a hothead when I first met him 2 years ago. He always wanted to fucking fight niggas and shit. You know, and now that he's involved with like Soko Soccer Academy and a highly reputable coach, like you can't just be whooping people's ass anymore. You know, like you have to learn. I always say, Vicki, everything doesn't deserve a response.
Yeah, you're right.
Everything doesn't
exactly.
deserve a response.
And as like we're getting older,
Yes.
we can realize more. And sometimes don't
It's
even
just
pay
not
any
worth
mind.
it.
It ain't worth it. No,
But,
it's not.
But on the contrary,
Right? I
just
wish-
know if you really want the
Really
smoke,
mess with
bitch,
me,
I'll
yeah,
tear you up.
yeah.
But anyway,
and it's funny because I've changed so much.
Oh, really?
I've
Okay.
changed so much.
Yeah.
I used to be the type that Could nobody mess with me. I used to be quiet, but don't mess with me.
But you were the fighter.
Yeah, I was.
Well, you were from South Waco. You all fight. Yeah.
And it's funny because at high school, I had the principal. He had a desk right by his desk, and he would always call me and. You know, and because every time, there was girls that used to try to find me all the time, and I would be like, you know, and he would feel like he knew it wasn't me. So he would always just sit me right there and be like, just chill, just sit right here until the day is over. Yeah, and it's crazy because people are just, like I said, you know, people are always trying to find something to just hate on you. Yeah, or, you know.
I've dealt with that on the show. Unfortunately, I never thought it would happen, and we always say, Vicki, right, like. Oh, I don't care what people talk about me and what they say about me, but when it really happens, it like hurts my feelings. It does. I'd be fucking crying. You know, but
well,
no.
you know, you gotta grow that tough skin because
yes,
Sue, it's not even worth it. You know.
And I did let the bitch know that I gave her a pass.
The
next time I am tearing you apart and ruining your family and sleeping with your husband.
Yeah, that's all she needed to know.
but what's so great too about the public affair, Vicki, is that because I've had so many hood people on this show, like I just had Marty Marr, who's a little local rapper from South Lake. Oh my God, when that happened, the whole hood messaged me and said they got my back. I feel so safe now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I do. I feel because the hood fucks with me and I'm gay as fuck. I love it. It's the best thing ever, Vicki. I want to get more into your career. Obviously, I want to get more into to everything that you do. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, like anxiety and stuff like that, that I really want to touch on with you. But we are going to take a quick little break, okay?
Yes.
And when we get back, we're going to have more Miss Vicki Rodriguez. We're going to pour up the mimosas, and she's going to tell us more about her career and dealing with some other things behind the scenes. Make sure you guys stay tuned here on The Public Affair. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair with my very special guest, Ms. Vicki Rodriguez. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Listen, we're drinking the mimosas and Vicki slurring her words, all right? I want to give a huge shout out, of course, to my boy Julian and my girl Ana Banda with Banda's Hauling Service. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away. They also do junk removals, tree brush removals, and they haul cars in and out of town. If you got that man who's sitting at home all day, running up the bills, taking you to work in your car, he'll come get him too, I think, if you pay him extra, all right? Book now with the number on the screen of Banda's Hauling Service. They do it all completely reliable. Thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. Of course, the Blue Star RV Services with Manny Guerrero's fine mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and so much more. Listen, he deals with all the warranty companies too, so you don't have to. Like, why you gotta pay him to do the labor? He'll take care of that himself. Pay him a small service fee, and he's got, you take the RV out, it's brand new, but if something breaks, he's got you, all right? Completely reliable and absolutely professional. Follow on Facebook or call the number on the screen to Manny Guerrero at Blue Star RV Services. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Fernando de la Rosa with Big Bear Lawn Care. He's a small landscaping business, and y'all's lawns are a hot ass mess. I already know that they are because it's 100 degrees outside, and you don't want to go cut the grass. I wouldn't want to either. Let him take care of it. He does mowing, edging, mulching, and so much more. Call the number on the screen for a free quote and let Fernando de la Rosa with Big Bear Lawn Care take care of you. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Francisco Magdaleno with Magdaleno Drywall Solutions, specializing in all drywall services, both residential and commercial. Let me tell you something too. Your house, it's probably got that chipped paint everywhere and stuff like that. They got you too, all right? And it's the summertime, and he said on the show that when it gets too hot, they work in their muscle shirts, which I don't know what they have to paint for me, but I need something painted, all right? So Magdaleno Drywall Services, absolutely professional, true, and honest work. Make sure you guys call them with the number on the screen and book today. Thank you so much for all your support, Francisco. Of course, the Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, who cut my hair today. That's right. Looks super snackish. Of all my episodes of The Public Affair located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well. He also has, get ready, Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai Reyes over there making you look super snackish like I have for more than 150 episodes of The Public Affair. Elite Barbershop is the absolute go, and I highly recommend them. Thank you guys so much.
This episode is brought to you by Jira. Jira is the only project management tool you need to plan and track work across any team. So if you're a team of developers, Jira better connects you with teams like marketing and design, so you have all the information you need in one place. Plus, their AI helps you knock out the small stuff so you can focus on delivering your best work. Get started on your next big idea today in Jira.
This episode is brought to you by Experian. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use but can't find the time or energy to cancel them? Experian could cancel unwanted subscriptions for you, saving you an average of $270 per year and plenty of time. Download the Experian app. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. Paid membership with connected payment account required.
for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and their entire family at J. Pedal and Poke, who provide delicious, savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. Oh my God, if you've never been, girl, head over there. They're over there on University Parks Drive. And if you live closer to Hewitt, they're on Hewitt Drive. They also have handcrafted Thai-rolled ice cream for dessert. Now, you could choose from a menu item, but I like to be in control, so I create my own bowl. It's absolutely amazing. Proteins. It's everything. It's everything. And they have an app as well, J. Pedal. Just go download it. Go download the app. Get your things today. Let them know I sent you. J. Pedal and Poke, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, we're going to have more with Miss Vicki Rodriguez. Listen, okay, I'm fucking drunk. I'm not going to lie. Vicki, thank you so much for being here. Listen, how lit are your DMs?
My DMs?
Yeah, I know you're married. The husband's fine, right? But these niggas don't have no chill. They don't. No, I'm gay. I know that we don't have no chill because the gays for sure don't have. And I know the gays be in your husband's DMs. I just know they do. I wish we should. They do.
No, he don't tell me, but he'd be like, okay.
There's a lot of things these men ain't telling us. All right. no, but I bet. Obviously, you're very gorgeous, and we got the boobs popping out. You're all over Instagram. No, you know what I mean. But some people just can't help themselves. Do you deal with that a lot?
I have a lot of my DMs to where I don't even see them, honestly.
Oh, really?
But the other day I did go into that active request or that request label of your chat.
Yes. The people that tried it, girl.
I was like, delete.
Was it all like dick pics and stuff like that?
I mean, weird dudes. And I'm just like,
they don't have no fucking chill.
No, they don't. It's like what is wrong with you? Like, no.
I can't be the first picture. Nowadays, the first picture that people send them, it's not even their face anymore. It's their fucking penis. Like, but what do you look like? You know what I mean? It's true. The gays are like that too, Vicki. That's why I know your husband. Listen. If you're getting that much traction on your social media posts and your husband's on them too, that nigga getting
that explains it.
When you get home,
double the likes. I'm like, hey,
babe, let me see your phone, bitch. That's why you're getting so much publicity because the gays.
Hey, my husband know he fine too. I always tell him that sometimes I'll be like, I think I've been telling him a little too much. Let me be quiet.
He's one of those cocky bitches, huh? Yeah.
My husband just chills. He just
what does he do? What is his?
My husband actually has his own construction business.
Does he? Oh, well,
when you said earlier about shingles, I was like, yeah, that's him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's him.
Tell him I need shingles. Well, if you want to give him a shout out, you can. Yes. What's his construction business?
He actually has his construction business in Hill County.
Oh, in Hill County.
Yeah, in Hill County. Gotcha. So, and it's just, he runs his own thing. Like he don't really. Yeah, he's his own boss, and then the people he does jobs for are like rich people from Whitney. I don't know if you ever been to Lake Whitney before.
Yes, I have.
Okay,
with the $1 million houses over there on Chalk Bluff.
Yeah, well, he's booked all year because they just know who to call every time.
Well, Vicki don't have a financial worry in the world, all right? And let them little white old men slide in his DMs. All right?
Hey, we gotta do what you gotta do.
What's his name?
His name is Joseph Rodriguez.
They're probably like, Joseph, slower in the pool, Joseph. Okay, with the fucking bitch over there with the burnt tan. I would too. I'm not gonna lie. If your husband was doing my construction, I'd be like, well, what about this room over here?
Yeah, over here too.
And the AC's not working.
It's funny because he actually has to couple when they're gay.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I bet he gets booked.
He's real cool with There you go. Now that explains.
Now, hold on a second. You done opened up the fucking can of worms, bitch. I bet that nigga's fucking. I bet.
Oh my God.
I bet he gets paid on the fucking regular.
But that needs to get fixed. I know who to call.
I bet they be breaking shit on purpose. Okay.
It is so funny.
Call Joseph.
There you go. Call Joseph. They be like,
he's
okay,
like, babe, I'm going to Whitney again. I'm like, yeah, you're going to Whitney again. Whatever you got to do, though, just bring the fucking money home. Keep the roof over the kids' heads. And we'll discuss this when they get old enough to move.
We live in Whitney.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a house here in Waco too. So
got you.
Whitney is like our chill place, and I love Whitney. It's a little.
No, I've been to Whitney more times than I would like to, but
and it's not far. It's only like 28 miles
it's
from
right
here.
There. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about. Obviously, you have a huge image in town, right? And one of the things that you like to do is empower women. Okay, yes. or young teen women for that matter, or young women. How do you go about that and protect your image at the same time? Because there's a lot that you have to be careful with. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't be like out there fighting bitches anymore. Like you mentioned earlier, you can't just have like, God forbid, a sex tape of you leaks or something, which That's my dream. But, you know, it is my dream. But, you know, I'll be like, no, stop sharing it. Here's the link. Don't share this. You know? No, so how do you go about doing that? I mean, because you have your own imperfections as well, I'm sure. Yeah.
And because of that, like I was saying, I've changed a lot. I just don't really, I try to avoid a lot of things, even with drama and all that.
Yeah.
I really do socialize myself from all of that. And I always tell myself it ain't worth it. Like, even as a mom and having, like, your teen daughters growing up here in Waco, you know, it's like, chill, girls, because I do have an image that I have to kind of still protect. And y'all are my daughters, you know what I mean? Like, y'all represent me too, you know? For sure. And it's, and even, of course, just me being out, like, I just really have changed a lot. I'm more reserved and more like, there's a lot of things I don't act a certain way no more. Yeah, for sure. Just that Waco in me cannot come out anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I've grown a lot,
I've shown my ass too much on this show to give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, my image, fuck my image. Hey, like, you know? That's why my dream is for a leaked sex tape. I hope somebody's husband that was with me a few nights ago, like, will leak that. Like, I had an incident, Vicki, where somebody said, you know, I got really drunk somewhere, and they said, what if that guy made you do something and recorded you? And I was like, fucking release that shit, bitch. Like, what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, it's that guy from @The Public Affair. Could you imagine what it would do for my numbers? Get the fuck out of here. No, but it is important though. You know, with that, and I really want to touch into this. With that comes a big level of pressure and anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so, you know, I think a lot of people, what they don't understand is when you start out, and then you start doing big things, and then you start getting a lot of recognition, that puts a lot of weight on your shoulders. Yeah. I recently started dealing with it myself, but I'd love to get your perspective on anxiety for you. I know you mentioned that you had it in high school, but how does it now translate to you as a 36-year-old woman with 4 kids or 5 kids?
I fight it every day. Like, literally, like, I always tell myself, I have to remind myself to be more social, getting to know people, and like doing the women empowerment groups and stuff like that have helped me a lot because I get to know people with Vera. Vera,
I love her. Vera Christina. Oh,
and she has her little things going on, and I push myself to be part of it because I know that I need to be part of things like that because I get to know more people. The main key is connecting. Yes. Connecting with other people, it will help you get to have other people know you and you know other people. For sure. It's like everybody starts to be like, who's that? Yeah. And I know when people are watching me. Yeah. I know because I don't know what it is that I have, but it's that little thing that comes out and be like, you know, your radar is getting bigger. Oh, it's like, okay, so it's just that it kind of just, of course, tells me that, you know, people are watching me everywhere I go, Definitely. And I have to always protect that, my image and all that. Like Facebook, I used to be the silly girl that used to post the dumbest stuff on Facebook.
Calling out your man and shit.
Yeah.
That nigga didn't come home, y'all could keep him.
But then I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's okay. I mean, some people do it and that's fine, but it's not okay to be mixed, you know, all that stuff on your professional Facebook because people are always watching you. You know what I mean? And then they see all this, they're like, hold up, who am I following? Right. You know what I mean? And then, you know, it all defines on what you're putting out there. Right. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm more of lifestyle and all that. I'm a mom and all that. Like, what do I look like putting drama in my Facebook?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Because that's what people focus more on. Yes. And that's why, you know, when I was on New Year's Eve, I had somebody attacking me on a social media post and everybody screenshotting it to me. And I told everybody, if I go and I react to her or him, it was her. If I go and I react to that person and I tear that person limb from limb, which I could, that's what everybody's going to focus on. But I have an episode of The Public Affair that comes out fucking tomorrow. And that's what I need everybody to focus on. So that's what we deal with. Because, like, while that's how, and then people feel like now because you're not responding, they have the freedom to do that and say negative things about you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it fucks with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, Vicki, it's like I was telling you with my friend Mauro, I was telling him, you know, bro, like, I know that back in the day, your first reaction was to whoop a nigga ass, right? Yeah, exactly. But you represent something so much bigger now. He's actually going to be talking at the co-ed empowerment conference that they're having in July. With Vera Castillo. Awesome. And Annette. He's going to be speaking at that. I was like, those are the things you need to be doing now because you have a story to tell. Yeah. And you've been through a lot. And now you're representing something bigger and children are looking up to you. You know what I mean? So it's things like that. And even me, fucking kids are looking up to me now. Bitch, I'm a slut. Like, what are you looking up to me for? But what they see, Vicki, is there's that gay flamboyant guy and everybody likes him. Everybody can like me too. Mm-hmm. How bad did your anxiety get for you?
It just, like, I felt like my anxiety was so bad. It stopped me from doing so many things in my life. Yeah. I feel like I could have been somebody by now. Right. Like, but I let that stop me from just doing a lot. Right. And even like, because I have a regular job still, you know what I mean? Oh, girl, there you go, man. I don't just do this for I work at 8 to 5. I work at 7:30 to 4.
These hoes be thinking we're fucking rich, like, right? I'm on the struggle bus too. What you talking? Chase talking about them $300.
Man, there's times that it's crazy, y'all, because I don't know if I'm the only one, I can't be the only one. Mm-hmm. There's times that I would avoid like certain associates and I walk a different way just to avoid saying hi. Yeah. It's like things like that kick in and I'm like, why am I like this? Yes. It's just a hi. But in my mind, it's more than that and it's crazy. Right. And sometimes I'd be like, thinking like, why do I have to say hi? I saw you yesterday. I don't need to say good morning every day.
It fucks with your demeanor and your mentality. Yes. Yeah.
But then it's like, I don't know. It's just so crazy. That's the anxiety that always messes with me every day. Because I'm like, no, it's okay. But I fight it. I really do. Like coming to the show and like doing other things and being out there speaking and stuff like that. I fight it because I'm just like, I can't let it control my life.
For sure.
I got better things to do. I got a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? Yes. And I have to put an end to it. You know what I mean?
But, and to Vicki, in retrospect, those things are easier said than done. Mm-hmm. Because it's like I was telling you earlier, when we talk and we say, if a bitch or a guy, spreads rumors about me on social media or people are saying things about me that are not true, then, I'm just going to turn the other cheek and it's going to be whatever. But that's not how it works. No. And I hate to see like small entrepreneurs attacking each other.
Oh, yeah.
That drives me fucking bonkers. Oh, yeah. Like, what are you doing? And you guys are taking away from what you do.
Your spotlight,
I don't want to support your business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want me to be honest, I'm too focused on your fucking drama. That's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you.
Because you made that available to me. Yep. And that's the type of person that you are. And I don't want to. I'm sorry. I'm not going to support you. Yeah. That's Period. True. Point blank. That's how I do it.
Yep. And like as I'm like. My, like things like just anybody, like there's drama that if it ever comes my way, I ignore it. I'm like, I ain't got time for that.
Can you recall one moment in your career, as a brand ambassador or influencer? I don't know what to label.
I don't know. Label. See, I label myself everything because when you really think about it, I am an influencer. Yeah, I influence other people. Depending on what it is that I'm doing, you know what I mean? And so, influencer, I guess.
No. Well, that makes sense. Same. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We don't get to choose whether or not we become role models.
Yep.
I never thought I was going to be inspiring kids to, A, want to be on the show or to be like me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That just fucking happened. I was like, oops. Mm-hmm. But was there ever a point in your career where somebody said something so heinous to you and so, like, derogatory to you that it really just affected you and you shut down?
Honestly, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
Not with my career.
Yeah.
No, not there yet. But again, I like on Instagram, I have my messages to where they're blocked. Mm. Like there's certain words that don't allow it to message me. Okay. And if it's weird or something, Instagram blocks it.
They block it for you. Oh,
yeah. So I'm like, I don't even. Yeah.
I need to fucking do that.
Yeah. There's words you can put on there, and I just have it to where. I don't really read everybody's stuff. I can't even see my likes anymore. Like people that request me, people just follow, and I'm just like.
So it's gotten to that point for you though.
I don't see a lot of things no more. Mm-hmm.
It can affect you, but I like to see how many people be liking my shit. Though. You know what I mean? Like, why only 10 of y'all like this? and then I just uploaded a video of me deadlifting the other day, got over 100. I was like, hell yeah.
There you go.
Because I look fucking cute. You know what I mean? Like, and my boy was back there encouraging me, and Monica too. I was like, what's up, Bears? So have you dealt with a lot of bullying and negative comments in your career?
As I was, in my career, if I have, I haven't heard it. Nobody has had the balls to tell me in my face.
I don't know. Listen, and can I just say this too, though? Mm-hmm. Like, because people, like, when it happened to me, everybody was screenshotting and sending it to me. Mm. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. No. Don't even waste your time. And I get that you have, I don't know, you want to make me aware. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or I don't want to know. I would have never known had that not happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy because sometimes, unfortunately, people love the drama. They like
do.
to see stuff like that. They try to stir it up, and it's like, come on, man. You know,
like, I'm trying to play
it.
fucking Call of Duty, bitch. Like, I don't have no clothes on my couch, and y'all
just
fucking
your chones, huh?
Not even, bitch.
Not even?
Like, okay, fucking legs spread, all right, and then you guys are messaging. It ruined my day. I was like, what? I've already talked about it. You know, I had Christina and Kaylin on the show, who are queens. I love them both. So how about with everything that you have going on in your career? I know that a big part of what you do, you like to push your kids to the forefront as well. Like we mentioned earlier on the show, your son was just auditioning, or is he a part of a McDonald's commercial?
He was audition. Well, he was part of the commercial. And,
yeah. Did you guys get free chicken McNuggets?
A free chicken. They did give him a little Happy Meal, so he did.
I know. If I'm going to be out there and tell him he needs to start negotiating his wages.
They fed us. They fed them McDonald's, and they gave us some bougie tacos.
I want the fucking 20-piece nuggets, bitch. All right, with the French fries and the soda. All right, but no, you talk about pushing your kids, to be more successful and stuff like that. So does it become daunting for you? Because, you have your own career to do. You're still working a 9 to 5, which I love to hear you say, because I have a regular job too. You know what I mean? And so, how important is it for you to put your kids in the forefront, and does it distract you from what you have to do?
Okay. So, and I'm going to college. That's another thing. I go to school.
God. Relax, girl.
And, and I'm a momager to my kids. Yeah. And, so I push my kids to just become successful.
Yeah.
Eli and Eva are into the acting and modeling. So they're the ones that are getting little jobs, gigs here and there.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I encourage my kids. Like I said, I come from a family who tried to give us the best.
Yes.
We were okay, but, and everybody wants better for themselves, of course.
For sure.
My son, Joseph, he's into coding, y'all. Like, he's into computers and making his own games and stuff like that. So he's my little creator in the game.
So you leave him in the room.
Yeah, I leave him in the room.
Yeah,
He has his own little Roblox game.
Well, it's something productive.
Productive, yeah. And people come and visit his game. He gets paid for it.
Oh, girl.
And stuff like that. Like, he's my little smart boy.
Tell that to the parents in the back, though, because a lot of people, they get discouraged when they see their kids just playing the game all day.
No,
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's all they're doing, but your son made it a career.
Yeah, see, the thing about it, like, I hear so many people say, or parents be like, oh, I ain't gonna let my kid do YouTube or bro, like, it is easy. And I'm over here talking like my kids talk to me. It is easy money. Let them be creative.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing. It's not just so much playing. It's becoming a creator and having them. My son gets paid his Roblox, because since he's underage, he gets paid Roblox
money, I guess.
Whatever.
I never played Roblox.
Yeah. But he gets paid money through that. I don't ever have to give him no money.
Right.
He has his own little money in there. He has everything on them things, and then he gets his visits. He gets paid per all his visits. He has like 30,000 visits on his game. You know what I mean? Like, he's smart at doing what he does. Yeah.
That made me unplug my headphones, bitch. I couldn't hear you for 2 seconds. Are we good? Sounds good? All right, good. No, but I think the biggest negative connotation about the gaming, though, is because when it did come out back in the day, that's probably what it did do to you. It made you antisocial and stay in the house. But now there's like different avenues to pursue with it. Like, I know before I started the Public Affair, they wanted me to stream my gaming, because I'm a big gamer too. Well, on my own time, when I'm not being a hoe. And so, and so they wanted me to stream, but that wasn't my thing. You know what I mean? That's more like, I feel like your kids' generation type thing. And they be getting paid off that some fucking money.
Do. So
you don't ever have to give him no lunch money.
Oh no. Oh,
yeah.
So I mean, I'm always supportive of and then my daughter Mariah, she's into makeup.
Yeah.
So she's a little MUA. She is so good at makeup.
Oh,
like,
really?
She reminds me of me when I was in high school. And of course, I fell out of love with makeup and stuff like that. Yeah. But she does her own little thing. So all my kids have their own thing.
Yeah, for sure.
To do, and I'm always like pushing my kids to just hopefully, have a better life and all that. So.
Is there a negative connotation about you, Vicki? Like, well, I bet before you said it, nobody would have ever thought you had worked like a regular job, right? And, all they see is just some big busty woman on Instagram, gorgeous, and her life must be so easy, right?
Because she's pretty.
Because she's pretty. Is there a negative connotation about you?
I feel like probably a lot of people think of me like that, but they don't understand being a content creator is pretty hard. Like you got to put in, it's not just taking photos and being like, you got to edit your videos. You got to, and your photos, you got to.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, and it is. Like, I'm glad you say that because it is really hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure there's some brands that reach out to me that pay me, I'm just going to say thousands of dollars for doing a job for like a brand for them, and they're very specific. They make me sign a contract and everything.
That the picture has to look like this.
And I have to follow their steps and everything. And I'm gonna say because of the money, but at the same time, you're put through a lot of pressure.
Absolutely.
And if that content gets rejected, you have to do it again. Yeah. And I haven't gone to that part that you know, it happening to me, but it's pressure that gets put upon you, and then you're like, well, this shit ain't easy. You know what I mean? Like, it really ain't.
And it's not. And you know, when it comes to like the pictures and stuff, like it just looks so simple because you just saw it. Like even when I did the photo shoot for the public affair, that image I have with the chair and stuff like that, and my fucking tuxedo, that. First of all, shout out to the photographer Kenneth Coleman, who was amazing. But fuck that process.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck that. It is hard. My feet, everything. You know, you have to get the image right. And this is the image that you're portraying. And then you're getting paid for that image. You know what I mean? And so it has to be exactly the way they want it. Even when I was recording radio commercials. Yeah. I don't know how I got away with recording that Dunkin' Donuts commercials drunk as fuck. You know? And they aired that bitch for a month and a half. You know what I mean? But you know, it's things like that. People don't realize how difficult it is. And that also plays a part in fueling your anxiety. Yeah. Correct?
Yep. Yes. Keeping myself busy helps me a lot with my anxiety. Like, I have something to do every time. It keeps my mind to where I don't have anything else to think of.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, you know, it's just, and then, of course, I'm a mom still, so I still have to take care of my family and stuff like that. So, it
Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you? I mean, regular job, mother, content creator, you're still a wife. You know what I mean? Yeah. I bet you go home and cook.
Yeah. Well, sometimes my husband cooks.
Oh, he be cooking?
Yes, my husband is a cook. Shout out to my husband, because I swear.
If you ever need to give your husband a little break, he can come to my house if he wants to.
Look, it's funny you say this because it's like my husband he's a good man. Yeah. And, you know, I used to be the type to always shout my husband out and everything.
Right.
And then one time I had a negative person say, act like your man is heaven sent or whatever, sent from heaven. And I was like, you know what? He might be for me, but if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But he is definitely for me.
He was heaven sent for me on my Instagram, bitch.
Like, it's just, he is my biggest supporter. Right. He helps me with our kids, of course, like a husband should, with cooking and everything else. And so, you know, shout out to him.
But he be back there in like the comal and shit, like with the fajitas and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you invite me, please, bitch? I'll fucking drive to Whitney with these mimosas, all right?
And be like, cook them fajitas, man.
I'll be like, hey, are you gonna make that beefsteak too, bitch?
Shirtless.
Please, it's a little toasty out here. If you need the Fat Fit with Monica towel, which is gonna be the new signature item of the show, I got you. I'll go ahead and wipe the chest. You know, are you good? I don't want it to get it in the meats. And then I got a different meat for you. Vicki, go to the store, bitch. That only happened one time. Anyway, then you shut the fuck up. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so all that's going on. And you have a jewelry line.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about your jewelry line. It's called So Gracious by Vicki, correct?
So Gracious by Vicki.
What's going on? I mean, girl, relax, but don't relax. What's going on?
God.
Do your thing.
And I get so busy that I'm not gonna lie, I do put that at the very end.
Okay.
I sometimes need to just stop and focus on it, but it is just jewelry, you know, that I have ideas of. It gets created and then you know, it gets sent to me and stuff like that. That was one of I won't say one of my first brands, but close to it. I guess you can say close to it. And it's a business from California. They reached out to me and they're like, hey, we would like to work with you. Yeah. We can create whatever you want, any ideas, and we can work as a team. And I was like, yeah. So that's how I started doing that. I even have a vending machine. I have it at home. Yes. I haven't put it out here in Waco yet.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking of, again, I need to find the time.
Does it have jewelry in it?
It will have boxes of jewelry in there.
I can get the fucking necklace on
you can
D4
put your card,
and shit,
put
bitch.
your number, and
hell.
just like vending machine, like
That's-
a soda. Yeah, well, you're
yeah.
gonna see everything. Yeah, has my picture on the side and my logo.
okay.
And I love it. It's just been sitting in my home because I reach out to the mall and they give me a price and everything. And
Yes.
you know, I'm thinking maybe the mall, but I just haven't done anything else.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go because the one thing I'm lacking in this career, is jewelry. Right? I want to be like one of those mobsters, like with the rings and the fucking chains.
there you go.
I think
The big-
chains are sexy.
the gold chains, yeah.
Yeah, I do like gold little chain, like regular ass gold chains. You know what I mean? They're like roach nigga. I love them. I love them so much. You know? No, but that is cute. Okay, so but you do put that kind of. I mean, because it's obviously Would you say you put your kids' future before your own career?
Yes, I do.
You do.
I do.
Okay,
I put
okay.
my kids always come first. If something happens, I drop everything
Yes.
and my kids come first. I feel
That's
like
good.
I'm living my life already.
Yeah.
And my kids still, you know what I mean? Like I'm molding them.
I got you.
I'm creating their platform to where they become successful. Hopefully before
Yeah.
they turn 18. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
definitely.
And I want, that's my goal.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you are you gonna go check your husband's DMs when you get home?
No.
I bet them gay clients
now
what
that
did we
you say
break?
that, let me look at your phone.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be so mad. He's like, nah, fucking
Tell
delete
me
that
like,
episode.
where'd you go? Who's this person?
Tell him
Who
it's
told you
Andrew
this?
G with the Public Affair. If he
No, I
wants to
didn't tell him.
sponsor, he
I
can.
didn't tell
That'd be
him.
great.
There
Okay.
you go.
He probably doesn't need my advertising, but you know. No, yeah, but
Oh, that's funny.
Vicky, are you happy?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. There's, of course, a lot of things that I probably didn't, say in the beginning, but I've gone through a lot. You know, I've gone through a lot as just even, raising my first child by myself, single mom, and stuff like that, and then getting with my husband and just being financially better. I'm really happy. I love where we're at. Even my relationship with my husband is like, it's a good one. Like I can't complain.
Do you think you've opened up more to people? I know earlier you mentioned, like you were bullied a lot, or girls would just look at you, and this is high school, so nobody get in her fucking DMs talking about shit that happened fucking 15 years ago. But I can't stand when people, but in high school, bitch, I'm 32 years old now. Shut the fuck up. but do you think now you're a little bit more receptive to people?
Like easygoing or
like, well, that was all the past. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, it's funny you say this because I've actually had a girl come to me and tell me she was sorry.
Okay.
And that happened like 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It was so weird. I mean, not weird. It was nice of her.
Yes.
But when I looked at her, I was like, that happened a long time ago. I hold no grudges.
Yeah, like we good.
Like now, if a person wants to still look at me ugly, I'm not going to smile at her. But I'm not the type to be like, remember what you did or remember how you used to be.
Yes.
But also, one thing about me is, they try to fight me, but I never let them ever put a finger on me.
I got you.
Like they will know, don't play with her.
That you can hold your own.
Yes.
I
and
think,
even till now, like,
Oh, I can't fight though. Now, me and my best friend Mara, we do fist fight each other occasionally, so that way I can practice. But well, yeah, because but anyway.
You never know, huh?
But that is important. I feel to not hold grudges and to then kind of move on. And again, I feel like God puts, not to make it all religious-y, but like God, I've learned recently, puts people in our lives for a reason. Like, I have my brother Jaime, who's been my brother since I was 15. And I got my other bro, Maro. And 2 years ago, if you would have told me we would have been best friends, I'd be like, fuck nah, that guy's a hothead. You know what I mean? But now, like, because of him, I've been able to like stay sane in this show because he gives me like really great advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do you have that support system outside of your husband?
Yes.
Yeah.
Friends. Yeah, I do have.
Yeah.
I do have friends
It's important to have
that push me, and people from Facebook. I've had my DMs, and not always like, "Hey, what's up, little mama?" It's more like, "Hey, Vicky, congratulations,"
Congrats,
or even if it's about my kids, like
For sure.
like keep on doing what you do, good job, and with everything, I feel like my personal Facebook is more of the people that I know.
I got you.
Like and those people do support me a lot.
Yes.
Like it's changed a lot from me just being Vicky to where me being Vicky. Okay, like and it's helped a lot pushing me to keep on doing what I do.
One last question for you. Did your circle get a lot smaller the more your career started to excel? And
you
was
can
it hard for
say
you?
it's always kind of been small.
Oh, okay.
I've always kept my circle small.
I got you.
It's hard for me to trust people, and not because I'm an observer. When I come into the crowd, I watch people first.
What was your first impression of me?
This
is our first time meeting. No, this is our first time meeting.
No, you I don't know. I feel like you probably had the same issues as me as far as socializing and stuff like that. And maybe there's times you have to kind of break the ice.
Yeah.
To get to know people.
I'm an icebreaker, and I wouldn't say I have a lot of social anxiety. I am very observant at first as well, but what you see on camera is what you get in real life too. Like I am eccentric. I am extra. I try to tone it down. I have a lot of straight friends. Obviously, I'm not going to be fucking twerking in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
But that's out of respect. That has nothing to do with them being homophobes.
Yeah.
That they're not homophobes because they are my brothers. But I'm also not going to be shaking my ass in front of them either. You know what I mean? Just like they won't be doing inappropriate things. Things like that. But I've dealt with anxiety. And again, because of the right people in my life, have learned to revert to prayer and really just kind of like let that resolve it. And I'm very grateful for that. And I told my brother Mauro that the other day. Like, I was really grateful for that. Yeah. Bitch, because I was waking up at 3 a.m, talking about what the fuck, worry about some debt. But if that's the worst thing that happens in our lives, then we good, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times, like, when I get to know people, that's it. I just got to get to know you.
You just got to get to know
And I won't shut up. Like, that's just who I am.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's certain people that know me like that because I only allow certain people in the door. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And it's just,
Well, that's what's up. Well, Vicki, unfortunately, we're running out of time, which I hate, right? But it was such a joy having you on the show. Is there anything that you can leave us with? How can we follow your social medias? Is there anything in the future that we can expect from you or anything like that?
Everybody can follow me on, of course, my biggest platform is Instagram at Vicki Rodriguez 87, and it's VICKI Rodriguez with the GUEZ 87. And then our YouTube channel is the Never Ever Happy Family.
Oh, which I love. I watched it. No, it's so cute. It is cute. Yes.
And that's where all my kids, they're in it and all that.
Well, that's where I saw your husband.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, subscribe.
Click.
It's clickbait.
And I mean, of course, we do TikTok too. But you see that there's so many platforms. I don't really do everything. But those are my main two ones that, Okay. And then So Gracious by Vicki. .com on my website where I sell my online jewelry and stuff like that.
All right. Well, make sure you guys go check out her Instagram. Make sure you guys go check out her YouTube channel. And make sure you guys check out her jewelry line. I'm so excited for what's happening in the future. I hope that we can collaborate soon. Well, we did. We can collaborate on the Public Affair. But in future projects, I'd love to work with you again in the future. It was such a joy having you on the show. Thank you so much. We just got to finish this bottle of mimosa off camera. And she's looking gorgeous. Vicki, thank you so much for coming on to this episode of The Public Affair. No, it was such a pleasure. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this episode. Before we end, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. I'm going to try and do this not slurring my words. You ready? I want to give a huge shout out to Jesus Sanchez from Mart, Texas, with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. He's a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and much more. Listen, protect your home from all the crazy elements of the Texas weather with his high quality and affordable work. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen to my boy Jesus Sanchez with Mart, Texas, Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez, Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training, and they're training with absolute professionals like George De Leon. The other day, they have a soccer field that they're building, right? And we had to lay down turf. And I had to Google how to take fucking dirt out of beneath your fingernails because that's what happened, right? But they have a soccer complex coming up, and I'm so excited for them. The Public Affair is also a proud sponsor of the Soko soccer team, coached by my brother Mauro Maldonado. I'm so grateful for that opportunity. I do it for the children because it gives me lots of publicity. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy and on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Jeffrey Monreal with Pollo Box and Audio, home for all your LED needs and audio accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. Anything extra you need done to your vehicle, you got to hit my boy Jeffrey Monreal. He put the 5% tint in my car.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And yeah, don't be asking me what I'd be doing in the 5% tint in my car, all right? Because we got to keep it between us. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. To Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Fat Boy Michelada and Botana, my boy Junior Banda, who provides the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for a party with a menu of ton of different items. Oh my goodness. He's got pickles. He's got botana bowls. He's got chamoys. He's got so much more. Candies, everything. He's locally operated here in South Waco, so make sure you get the best and not the rest. And follow on Instagram and Facebook at Fatboy Michelada y Botana and place your orders now. To Junior Banda, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking Miss Ana Limones with Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. Call her for all your party decorations, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event. Make sure everybody knows you got an event going on. And she also has a number of wooden backdrops and so much more. To Ana Limones with Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. Thank you so much for all your support of The Public Affair. Call her now with the number on the screen. To everybody that tuned into this episode, thank you guys again so much for watching. To Vicki Rodriguez, thank you for being a part of this episode. We're going to finish this mimosas and we're going to make it home safe, but don't forget to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support and a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.